Open Your Eyes is brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, and the Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm April Martinez.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
Good morning, Belize. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Made it.
Yes, we made it to Fun Friday.
We made it to Fun Friday.
I remember when I was just a child on Monday.
Oh, wow.
Morning show started. And I couldn't wait to become an adult on Friday. And now here we are.
Okay, so you know, there is where the analysis kind of go down for me, because adulting is hard. Adulting is hard on a Friday.
And then Fridays are easier, right?
Yeah.
They should be.
They should be, but are they? Are they?
Not always.
Okay.
Yeah.
But today is a fun Friday. We are excited to be here with all of you, our wonderful viewers, just to have these discussions. I'm excited for the conversations that we're going to have today. But also, we have to get into some topics for our What's Buzzing segment. Let's get into that.
So this morning, one of the things that's buzzing is a story coming out of the city of Belmopan.
Yeah.
Again. But yesterday, just before midday, information began to surface that a young lady was discovered by police inside a home, and the circumstances or the situation, the scene that police found was harrowing, to say the least. So she was discovered, according to the initial information inside a home, that she had been captive in against her will for some 8 days. Those initial reports suggested that this woman was fed little food, that she was made to lay and sleep in her feces, and that this was just all in all inhumane treatment that she underwent, in to a great extent torture. So that's the initial report we received, and so we ventured to find out more.
Yes.
So a team, including myself and Kenroy Michaels, we traveled to Belmopan because one of the alarming details coming out of this, those initial reports, were that the individual who held the woman captive, one of the individuals, is a pastor in Belmopan, right? And I see you do your quote and air quote unquote. And so that for us was alarming in and of itself, apart from the reports of what this young lady had to undergo. So we traveled to Belmopan, and we, as we do, we find you if we have to find you. And this is the house we came across. Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about this structure. That cement structure you're seeing there is cement and a wooden structure. That's where the pastor, alleged pastor, and we'll bring up those names in a few on their pictures, but I want to show the house. That's where his wife apparently, and now we're getting to understand his mother lived in that home, right? And next to that structure is an orange zinc fence, well, not zinc fence, orange zinc structure. And that's where the church, this supposed church, is. So details, and then behind the structure is where this woman that was held captive lived with the pastor's son. So the details are that this woman on October 15th tried to escape from a runaway from what we're now assuming was an abusive relationship.
Yes.
And she attempted to seek refuge at a relative's home. However, when she got to that home, it was like, all right, nobody home. You know what? I'll just head on over back to my house, where I live, with my family. And that's when she returned to this property here. And reports are, again, allegations are that the pastor, which is who's her partner's father held her. This is the man, Mr.
This is Luis Alfredo Teul,
Senior. So he held him. He held her, tied her up under a step inside the home, because it's a two-story home, inside an encased bottom of the step. Right now, sometimes people build those casings at the bottom of their steps, and that's where she was held for those days. Let me just say this. So initially, we received reports that she was discovered by police in there. But let me just finish this thought, just because I'm not done there. But the commissioner of police clarified after that she escaped, and that's when authorities came across her.
Right. No, and that's what I wanted to add. That when I listened to this story and I saw your report, Paul, I was trying to figure out what people could say abusive relationship, people can say domestic violence and so on to describe what she had endured. But I wanted, and I am assuming we're going to continue to follow this story, but what possessed her to run in the first place, right? Because this entire situation doesn't sound like, oh, they just woke up one day and decided, we're going to tie her up, we're going to put her underneath a step, underneath the stairs and mistreat her this way. It seems like the entire family was already mistreating her. For giving her reasons to escape and to run away. But it's not just Mr. Luis Teul Sr.
We're going to bring up the images of those four family members.
Because even though he is the pastor, quote unquote, in this scenario, and the father-in-law of the victim, she was also held captive by her mother-in-law. Right?
So we could read those charges.
And I believe her mother-in-law is Elizabeth Teul.
So that's her mother-in-law. This is what we're seeing on the screen here. So let's follow according to what we're going with on the screen, April. This woman here is 59-year-old Matilda Gomez. Guatemalan national. And she has been arrested and charged for the crime of administering noxious matter.
But she is the mother.
So she's the mother of the pastor. She would be the grandmother of the partner.
And, Miss Matilda Gomez. And then the wife.
The wife now, Miss Elizabeth Teul. This is her right here. She's a Mexican housewife, according to the police. And she was formally arrested and charged for the crime of kidnapping. Serious charge. Wounding.
And aggravated assault. And then, of course, her husband, hopefully not her ex-husband, Luis Alfredo Teul Jr.
This is Junior. Okay,
And
correct.
he is arrested for aggravated assault and wounding. Right. But he's only 24. Right? So I would imagine our victim is...
She's 23 years old.
She's 23. They're young adults. This is taking advantage of a young girl. This is giving inhumane treatment to a young girl. And again, it would be one thing if it's the husband that is doing all of this to his wife, but it is his entire family. His mother, his father, his grandmother administering this sort of abuse. So it has me wondering what type of home situation she was living in over the entire course of their
It's
relationship.
a scary situation, April. My understanding is that the young lady has children or may have a child, but more than that, it raises the question surrounding domestic violence and how a lot of women, even men who face these types of violence in their homes or around family members or close relatives oftentimes keep quiet about it and don't speak out as much, perhaps for fear or whatever the case may be. And then these situations escalate to a point where there's no return, as in this case. And a lot of people are asking, all right, I wonder what would have happened if she never did escape. Like, what could this, how could this have ended for her? And so, again, it raises some serious concerns where domestic violence is concerned.
But it takes me, the point that you made, it takes me back to the interviews that you were having with the neighbors.
Yeah,
because they were shocked at this particular, at this incident, right? That means that they probably, she was probably kept in a space where neighbors wouldn't hear her.
Well, the thing is, would she even scream and shout for help?
Wouldn't you?
You can't assume what a victim who may have been brainwashed to the extent of feeling helpless would or would not do. There are reports I've received that suggested that her child was there with the family as well. So there may be one great level of fear to even scream, and two, a level of brainwashing where you almost feel like this is, you know what, I deserve this, or this is meant to happen to me in a case. But what the neighbors were saying, interestingly, was that, and it's two separate neighbors that I spoke with. In fact, I spoke to multiple, but the two that went on record, they both said that this family loves to play loud music at random times during the day. They'll just blast out loud music. So they suspect that it was to drown out whatever noise may have been made inside the house.
That was going to be my point, because I wanted to reread the charges, right? Because if you are living closely to a home where you administering noxious matter, aggravated assault and wounding, sexual assault and wounding, kidnapping, these are not quiet. These are not quiet incidents. You will hear somebody hit somebody else. You will hear a level of. So listen. Let me finish my point, please. You will hear a commotion of some sort happening, and this isn't between two persons. This is between an entire family against one person. So yes, while they may have been playing music and so forth, perhaps to drown out the sound of them, you know, implicating all of these different things on this young lady, the point of not normalcy does come up, right? How well do you know your neighbors enough that, they play they play loud music at random times of the day where it's just weird. So it does make sense to a certain degree where they're saying, oh, well, we wouldn't expect this to happen, but also based on these particular comments, it sounds like this was something that didn't just happen 8 days ago. It sounds like something that was happening for quite some time.
Noxious, just for explanation, means
administering
harmful
noxious matter
or poisonous.
Poisonous.
But also, based on my visit, you'll also have to understand that this isn't a normal house, and people raised the point, and I thought it quite important to the story, and perhaps we'll raise it further today. But this isn't a normal house, April. This house, this property, is built like a fortress, almost like a prison. In the front, the entire property At front, like you say, you don't have no fence.
Yeah.
The front of the property is walls.
Yeah.
The side of the property is walls. It's only to a portion of the back of the property that you have some lower fence that you could perhaps peek inside if you get a chance to. But this is a fortress.
Yeah.
Almost like a prison to keep
everybody
people
out.
in and keep whatever secrets and songs in and prevent it from getting out. That's how this structure is built. And so the loud music you can hear, because those are clearly speakers, but I suspect that outside of the loud music,
it would be difficult
it
to
would
hear
be difficult to hear a lot of what's happening inside this home. So I didn't put the responsibility also on the neighbors to say how comes you not hear nothing.
No, that's not what I was.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
don't
the
think
point
that's
I
what
was
you're
making.
saying either.
What I wanted to say is that it's just so unfortunate that this is a young lady that was in such a horrible situation and there was no way out. And I'm so happy that she escaped and she was able to come out. And the reason why, when Paul was describing this person and so forth, and he said pastor, and I made my air quotes, is because when you even interviewed and they said, oh, but nobody attends his church.
Yeah, that's
it's only for him and his family. And those, to me, when you describe certain situations like that, to me, it's definitely something to investigate. Because you said there is no sign. So then why were people thinking it's a church? Why are people calling it a church? Is it a place that only it's very exclusive to members to congregate? What kind of church is it? All of those types of questions started to come into my head, because if you are somebody of this particular faith, and these are the crimes that you are committing,
what kind of church you run?
What kind of church you run?
Yeah,
that was my question.
And it speaks volumes when your neighbors don't attend your church.
Well,
it speaks volumes when on one end you've invited a neighbor who told me, he said, yeah, I gone visit one time last year, and then I decided, you know what, that's it for me. The other neighbor saying, you know what, this is a bad neighbor.
Yes.
He don't know a pastor.
Yes.
And when that person told me he don't know a pastor, I thought, well, maybe I have it wrong. Maybe we've been hearing he's a pastor and he really isn't a pastor. But then I asked the individual to elaborate, and they said, he not a pastor, one, because of how he look. All right, I'll brush that aside. Because people look how they look, right? They can't assume nobody or whatever they are because of how they look. Because if you go based by where I look, I don't think I had a TV personality. So so I put that aside. And then she said, she doesn't believe he's a pastor because of how cruel he is to the animals around. So this neighbor explained to me that their chickens would run in his yard and he would kill them. This is the neighbor's account, that they've had pets that would go into the yard, and because the family doesn't like the pets, that those would be killed as well. I think that was an instant red flag. That's something,
psychotic.
that there's some mental instability. So I am pleased with the fact that the Belize Police Department has levied some serious charges against this family. And you know what? At the end of the day, the police and investigators will have to prove that these charges can hold weight in court. But there is a great level of satisfaction after all that we've heard about what this young lady went through, to see that there's kidnapping charges involved, there's wounding, sexual assault charges.
Paul,
you could imagine.
You know what keeps, like, the questions that keep running in my mind about this story. Again, you know, she probably was facing some harrowing situations for her to have escaped in the first place, right? The first incident, before all of this came up. But I want to really understand, and I guess I will never understand, why they felt the need to treat her this way.
Yeah.
That's my question. What does she know what else are they doing in behind that fortress that she knows that they didn't want come out, right? Because okay, she escaped, but then she came back. If this was an incident of wife and husband dispute, and they having these arguments, and there was domestic violence involved, and she escaped, that would be the son being implicated, and they would probably have some serious charges against him. But what was happening that, okay, she came back? Isn't that, something that they could have accepted and all right, let's move past this, and whatever happening between husband and wife, they can fix it behind closed doors. Cool. Why cage her under a staircase and treat her this way?
Yeah, I think some people...
all of them, not just one. If it was just one person, okay, this one person is cruel, this one person is horrible, but all... Clearly
there is a mastermind here.
All four.
And I think some people just feed off of other people's weakness, and they feed off of having control over individuals. They gain a sense of empowerment when somebody. So you have a mastermind, and you have somebody that has done his or her due diligence over a course of time to brainwash every single person within their circle to believe that this is normal, that this is okay. So this individual could be in this house for 4, 5, 8 days under these types of conditions, and we'll just walk past as if everything is okay, because that's what we've been taught is normal. And we feed off the power of somebody else's weakness. There are men and women out here like that, that feed off somebody's weakness, feed off somebody's frailty,
we have an
helplessness.
Entire era of enslavement to prove that is true.
Exactly. And so that could be a motivating factor, but we do have to move on from this topic.
Definitely. It's just one of those questions that kept running in my mind. And of course, we are going to continue to follow these stories and hopefully answer some of these questions. But there was another headline on our news last night that I enjoyed watching these segments, these human interest pieces and features, because it definitely gives you a different take of Belize. And I am talking about Marian Ali's report on the dumpster divers, if you will, in the country, not just Belize City, but I also believe that she has some interviews in San Ignacio, right? Where persons that your trash is somebody else's treasure, if you will, where they go into these different dump sites and they collect, I guess, things or items that could be salvageable, things that you and I think are no longer repairable, we throw them out. And persons, they go into the dump and they collect. Now, Paul, this was interesting for me because for two things. One, Belize is not the only place where we see these things happening. Right? No. We see this happening throughout the world. And then two, what also piqued my interest was the fact that the individuals that were interviewed, they call this a job. This is their occupation. They are recycling goods and selling it in order to make a living. But when I've traveled, across this globe, and I have seen these types of things, but in other countries, that do recycle, that do separate, because one of the comments was that sometimes, they have to really open and go in, and it's all hazardous waste sometimes, and it's gross, but because we don't recycle, they have to go in bag by bag and take out the pieces that are salvageable, that are good, that can be sold. In other parts of the world that do recycle, this would make their lives a little bit easier, right? Because the way they dump their trash is by these different items: glass, metal, cardboard, batteries, and then everything else that you can't recycle. And then persons actually leave items that are salvageable but irreparable for us. Like, I'm not going to repair a fan, but maybe somebody else can. So I leave it outside of my door and somebody takes it away. And these types of persons take those items, repair them, and sell them for cheap, right? And what I really liked about this is that they are helping us reduce our carbon footprint. They are. They're the ones that are recycling on our behalf, because Belizeans don't recycle. You recycle?
Yeah, I watch cycling. Does that count?
And
No.
so no, it does not count.
I don't because we don't have a culture of recycling.
No, we don't.
in
And
Belize.
so
we don't have the infrastructure set up in here and there for recycling. This is a straightforward case of survival by any means.
Yes.
And there are people out there that will not sit around and say nothing left for do and have no way to make money. You know what? They see a treasure trove in a location where all people, the untrained eye see is garbage, and they go in there, they dig out the copper, they dig out the aluminum, they find jewelry, they find cash, they find all kind of things in there, and they come out and they sell. Now, my only concern perhaps would be that there needs to be some oversight, because you don't want for individuals to enter these dump sites, take out things that may be hazardous to
their
the
health.
outside, to their own health, one, and to the outside, and then come and try to sell it to people and bring harm
Well, that's
to
what
a community.
one of the the interviewers were saying, that that's why I wear certain items. I wear my gloves, I wear my mask, and so
Good
forth.
for
to
them, but
protect.
what about when you bring it out
Yeah,
here?
I would imagine that they have to clean it. So one of the things that I've learned that when you want to properly recycle, and you're right, we don't have a recycling culture. Bottles, metals, cardboard, even cardboards, right? That you would recycle would require us, the consumer, before you take it out, to properly clean it.
Yeah.
And that way you are able to, but they would have to clean it. When the Bowen and Bowen bottles, before you carry it, even if I'm not a dumpster diver and I want to recycle, they have to be to a certain degree of cleanliness so that they could take it from you. So
In
they
any
do
event,
have to have that.
This culture does exist, and I think it's waning because of the new transfer station rollouts.
Yes.
And there's more regulations, or at least more security at those stations, versus when you used to have dump sites where you could just go in and out. But it's really a good story to highlight that this still happens, right?
Yeah,
and
I
perhaps
found it
there's
interesting.
personal economic or household economic opportunity there for people who really have nothing to do and want to find something
They're sending
to do.
their kids to school
Yeah.
with this occupation.
Yes,
And
look at
I
that.
commended, I think one of the commenters said, you know what, this is better than me going out there and committing a crime
Yeah.
in order to get by. This is me ensuring that I'm able to help the economy in some type of way and send my kid to school.
Well,
But Paul, wrapping up our What's Buzzing for this morning, we are on the final week before we get into finados and all of that stuff, and Halloween and so forth. So one of the things that we are going to be doing here, I think for Culture Tuesday and for Belize Unreal for the next week, we'll be kind of tapping into these types of conversations. So I'm excited to see how that pans out. But that does it for our What's Buzzing topics for this Friday morning. If you have anything interesting or any topic that you think you'd like us to cover, write it down in our comment section below. That does it for our What's Buzzing this morning. And we move on with our weather update from the folks at the Belize Meteorological Service.
Good morning, Belize. A somewhat moist northeasterly airflow will prevail. The 24-hour forecast: skies will be sunny with cloudy spells today and mostly cloudy tonight. Showers, areas of light rain, or thunderstorms will be generally isolated, especially over central and offshore areas this morning and inland areas this afternoon. Then, an increase in shore activity is expected, mainly along the coast tonight. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 86 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 88 inland, and 73 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will be around 75 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 72 inland, and 64 up in the hills. The winds will be from the north-northwest at 5 to 15 knots, shifting to the northeast by afternoon, and the sea conditions will be light chop. A low tide will occur this morning at 11:55, a high tide this evening at 6:16, another low tide tonight at 11:10, and another high tide early tomorrow morning at 5:27. The sun rose this morning at 5:49 and will set this evening at 5:24. The moon will set this afternoon at 1:31 and will rise early tomorrow morning at 1:08. In the sargassum forecast, sargassum impacts are expected to remain minimal for the next 2 weeks. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night, skies will be mostly cloudy. Some showers, periods of light rain, and a few thunderstorms will affect mainly the coast Saturday morning. Then shore activity will gradually spread to most places by afternoon. In the tropical weather outlook for the North Atlantic, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours. For more details on our forecast products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
All right, so that does it for our weather update this morning. Huge thank you to our friends at the National Met Service. Now, we do have to get into our show for this fun Friday. And it's a fun lineup indeed. In our first segment, we'll be getting ready for some chills from the Bliss, their upcoming haunted house.
And kind of staying in line with the theme of Halloween, we are going to be joined by the Social Lounge to talk about their countdown to the Halloween weekend.
Then we're going to go on a little Halloween detour for a bit because we'll be joined by Mr. Fitzgerald Joseph, who will be in to speak with us about a cross-country champions awards ceremony and gala. So it's called a night with cross-country legends. And
zooming our way back into the Halloween theme, we're going to wrap things up with Hush Rooftop's first Halloween costume party.
Nice.
So you don't want to miss these conversations and a lot more on this fun Friday, but we do got to take the break. When we come back, we have chills from the Bliss and their haunted house. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Elmer Show, ay join si kahelak sa Ekopal Tree Lodge. Kero ni kahelan ay lain sa Ekopal, kakui bartending, kakui an kero ni mano lain. Lain ni usara Belize Bank mobile app. Hanak na usara uta ana ATM, uting card. Araw kay balbas changkiro na sa usara ut kolore na notification chira phone na mensajes. Araw ta ki na kolore, ta kala harup ci tumen sa usara. Ut araw ta naw nak sa chabilo wang gatumen.
They'll name you 100 reasons to step back. But when you achieve your goal, they will follow you. Gorilla, make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Remember, not all light bulbs are created equal. Our lighting department offers a wide assortment of light fixtures and accessories to suit your style. So stop in today and get the right illumination for your homecation. And don't forget your B-Box when you make a purchase. Benny's, quality and savings.
Are you a dynamic and charismatic personality with a passion for storytelling? Do you have a unique voice that captivates audiences and a talent for bringing stories to life? We are looking for fresh faces who are energetic, engaging, and natural in front of the camera or microphone. If you are passionate about acting or voice work, we want to see what you've got. To register, email producer@channel5belize.com or call 670-6068.
Welcome back. It's our first segment for this morning. Paul is no longer here. It's just April and I.
I don't like that. I don't like the way you said that.
And in this segment, we are joined by Ms. Kim Vasquez, who is the director of the Institute of Creative Arts, Niche, as well as Mr. Javier Ozzy Canol, no stranger to Open Your Eyes, special effects makeup artist. And they're in to speak with us about the final exit at the Bliss. Yes. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you doing?
He's
you sure you're okay?
Yeah,
There's something
just a
on
little
your
headache.
head.
Just a little headache.
Okay. All right.
Looks like how I feel.
Yeah, we'll bypass it, right? Once you're okay. All right, so let's jump into this conversation. The final exit.
Yes.
What
What's
are
going
we
on?
exiting?
Yeah.
And why is it final?
Yeah, you have to come to find out, of course. But you know, last year we did this as a training exercise for our technical team at the Bliss, our technical theater team, light, sound, and our general tech. And that also encompasses stage design, makeup, all of these things. And the team was relatively new, and so they wanted to do a training exercise, and it coincided with Halloween as a way for them to demonstrate those parts of theater. And the first person that we thought of when we decided to do that was Ozzy. But not in the capacity of Ozzy the clown, but Ozzy for his acting skills, which he has.
Yes.
As well as his work with special effects and makeup. So, and he actually gave a lot of the creative direction as well to the plot of the experience last year. And again, like I said, it's really the brainchild, it's really the initiative of the Bliss Theater Department of the which is a department of ICA. So again, this is Associate Director Jillian Fuller and her team. But she got camera shy, and so she sent me here this morning. But that's okay.
Jillian.
Yes, I'm always proud of the team there at the Bliss and for the strides they're making. And so the final exit this year has a title, because what happened is the video unit has joined in as well. And the video unit we know is primarily videographer Dennis C. Perifit, who has been with the Bliss for many, many, many years. And so it has a video now component to it this year as well.
So, okay, here's my question, because I love that you say it's a training exercise, you coincided with Halloween. So is it a haunted house?
It's a haunted trail. It's a haunted experience.
Okay.
It's not really a house.
Okay.
Right. It's a trail.
So is it going to be like, can't let me out of this, I have to find a way to get out of this particular area, particular space, while somebody with an axe comes to get me?
You have to make your way out. You have to definitely have to make your way out of it.
Okay.
It is last year. It actually is a guided tour. Okay. Because you are guided by the theater staff through it. And so it's happening, like I said, this Sunday. We try to put it as close to Halloween as possible.
Yes.
And a day when families can come out. Because, as spooky and as scary as it is, you enter at your own risk. But, the entire family can come out. Of course, discretion advised, of course, because it is very scary. I can tell you last year, I see some big brazen teenagers gone in there and then come out humble.
So for little kids, it wouldn't be advised.
No. I saw some of that last year, and to be quite honest, I wouldn't recommend you doing that to them because they got very overwhelmed.
I just want some clarity because you're saying I may have missed it, but it's a training exercise.
It's a demonstration, yes. It's a demonstration of, it's a theater experience.
It's actually a theater experience. So who's doing the demonstration?
So now we come to the theater technicians. That's Leon Lewis and Alex Saldano. Leon is light and Alex is sound. And we also have our general tech, Kieran Isigiri. And so this is showing the way theater is collaborative and the way all those components must come together along with acting and costume design and everything to put off the magic of theater. And we think that Halloween lends itself perfectly to this because, when we wanted something to do with costumes and all of the different types of lighting you can utilize to set a mood and how that combines with sound, sound effects, music, and now even film.
Okay, so it's a theatrical experience, putting on display the work and the skills of those persons behind the scenes.
Because we also have volunteer actors in there, and last year, like I said, and that really lends to it as well.
Let's bring Ozzy into the conversation because you are the special effects. Well, I would say also the mastermind behind the maze, if you will.
Not really.
So let's talk about your collaboration.
People either just want attachment where help to bring it alive. That's all. But they're the brainchild. Everything with all the technicians, like Kim rightly said, the technician put things together. I just push it to become alive to where we need it to be.
We did a production recently that's for a Halloween event, and one of the things that's not always easy is to make blood look like blood. Right? Because there's a trick to it.
Yes,
because you could get it red, you could get all the reds and put it together, but you've done a pretty good job at that there. Then when you look at this is spooky.
That's guts for breakfast with chicken.
It's guts for breakfast with chicken and spider in there. So talk a bit about the skill that you have. And how is it that you've been able to develop this skill over the years to make spooky realistic?
Okay, basically, thank you first of all. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be a part of the team at Bliss and Niche and the guys. We work pretty well together. Basically, this skill was developed from the old BDF days in 1986 all the way coming up into paramedicine. We were taught how to do body parts for students to become activated when they see these things. You see guts, how you react to it, that's sort of thing. And so I did a course in mollaging, and then
mollaging?
It's called mollaging. What's military word. It's how you create guts, amputated parts, so you put it apart. How you could get somebody to vomit blood, that sort of thing, and how well you can react and deal with it.
Wow.
So it can be used for a vast amount of things. Like in this case, we're using it for Halloween to see people like scary and that sort of thing. That not everybody can handle that type of blood.
Just looking at it.
Because when we were trying to emulate blood, it did not work out in our favor. But I guess you do have to have a particular set of skills. And this, you could use any kind of like home items and stuff.
This is basically home item, and if you in fact, you could taste this, and it tastes really nice. I mean,
oh my God!
Because we don't want people to become harmful or people to get hurt. Non-toxic, totally. You're not allergic to anything that is in there. All right. So over the years, I just mastered it as I become better and better doing simulation for the city of Belize. like I said, to prepare students to do things. And you know, I have this company called ABC Life Support. So this is what helps me to move around and get things done. But we're putting it together for what we're having at Bliss.
So
my thing is, you need to go there to understand what this. You see, I leave it away this there.
Okay,
you need to go there to understand more. So also a basic sample, yeah, what it happen, no?
But
so
is it just
can't bust the bubble? Cause
of course
no. But is it just you? Do you have like a team? This is a lot of work, I would imagine.
Actually, it's only myself. I've never trained anybody or nobody see fit. I have some people who are self-taught, but I actually went through a course for this kind of stuff. Yeah, but I'm the only one who does it, and people like at the Bliss, when I need help, I call the guys to come and help me, and I tell them what to do and that sort of thing. But nobody really like follow it up, like take it up. Nobody wants to be messy. Nobody wants to.
See, because look at that. That's yeah.
That's from last year.
You look like
that's from last year.
Yeah.
You see this, and then if you try to jump out to scare me, I not going at that.
No,
and then they say I didn't say no make nobody go.
Man, you need to go.
I will reach the door and I will be like, I changed my mind. Look how scary those things are. But that's the excitement there. So you're gonna be a part of it in terms of your own costume.
I will be a part of it as well. I don't normally use costumes. I normally create myself.
Yeah, still call it
and create other people.
It's more of you putting your own look together.
Yes, and put people together where need to be like if you don't look good, we fix you up, make you look good, you know.
Yeah. So what's your level of involvement aside from that? Like, can you give us an idea of what to expect?
Basically, I see a lot of gruesomeness.
Yeah.
If somebody touch you, I want to turn around and say weirdness. A lot of stuff. Things where chill your mind, chill you basically.
You could go and
it's an experience. You need to experience it to really feel it.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. I agree because there's one thing to explain it here, but then it has to be another thing to
and to see that connection behind the, like
how
I said,
everybody work
the
together.
video and the editing aspect will now combine with what they're doing on stage.
Then the sound, there's sound.
For the time you get in there.
And again, I really have to give credit to Miss Gillian and her team and Leon for, again, this is something that unless we have a play, we don't get to do stage design. If you would see how Leon has to scale it out and design the stage and everything and let the design coincide with where these plot points will be, you know, that is something to do with theater development and theater arts.
You said from the time you get in there,
by the time you get in there, your anxiety just build up. You feel the experience. But you get to the door, before you even go in at the place, well, you in at the wait, you feel one experience. All the way till you come out. So it's called the final exit.
It sounds like the best.
And that's what I wanted to ask, because the name itself, I'm assuming there's a theme involved, right? And there was a theme last year as well. Is it something?
No, this is the name, the final exit comes from the small video that you will see in there.
This sounds like one of the best haunted house experiences you'll have in Belize.
It is the best.
It's not a haunted house.
It is the
It's
best.
not a haunted house. It's a trail, yes. And like I said, it's different from last year. So if you went last year and you remember how you went, it's
when different. When I think trail, I think birds, trees.
Yeah, birds and trees will be there.
Where you can come
birds and trees
perhaps
will be there.
falling on you. Yeah, but I like the trail idea because you go through a journey, right? Is there a cost to this?
Yes, there's a cost of just $5. It's not much. Again, one of the reasons behind this is to create community experiences there at the Bliss as a community hub, a cultural hub. And so $5 contribution just to offset, you know, the expenses.
And it's on Sunday.
It's on Sunday at 3 p.m. We're starting a bit earlier. Last year we were overwhelmed and so encouraged by the public support. The line went all the way behind the Supreme Court.
Wow.
There by the Courthouse Wharf, and you know, so we really were so encouraged by that, and also as well encouraged by the response to the theater technical staff, again, who are usually behind the scenes, you know, you guys here in media production, you have a lot of behind the scenes people. and then you realize the vital role that they play.
So how does the flow work? Usually go one person at a time.
It's exactly like a tour. You will be, we do it in batches. Yes, okay, right? So it is a tour, you have a tour guide, and you go through the trail with the tour guide.
And so you can get tickets before?
Yes, you can get tickets before. Actually, because of the lines last year, we are encouraging you to call us, to reserve your tickets. Nice. Definitely you can get together too, as well as tell us, I'm coming with so many, because like I said, it's a tour experience. Right. So if you come with your group, it's about 10 to 12 per group, right? So if you want to get together your support system to come and walk the trail with you, that's a good idea as well.
All right, and so $5 for the final exit at the Bliss. Is there, you will give me one lead thing where we could kind of expect, you know, something that I could look forward to?
If you're going in with a pulse normal, I'll come out with your pulse
abnormal.
Pulse rate high, and then your pulse rate going down, and just when you think it's over,
it's not.
It's not.
Oh, Paul, are you gonna go?
Paul should go because next year we want you to talk about the experience.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Paul will go on our behalf.
It's a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, you can go on our behalf. And then you open at 3.
Yes,
so it'll be best to get there before 3.
Yeah, you can get there for 3, yeah.
All right. Any final words for our viewers as we wrap up our segment this morning?
Basically, I just want to invite everybody to come out. This time, this is something where you don't want to hear about it, you want to experience it. And I want to encourage you to invite all your friends. Like I said, come and experience some of the work that we do at Bliss.
Yes.
And look how well we put things together as a team. Come experience it for yourself, then you can talk about it and not go for Paul and the rest of the news people when they're wrong to watch.
Anybody you all want to thank?
I would like to thank Ozzy as always collaborating with us, always being one of our longtime friends at the Bliss. And again, thank the amazing team at the Bliss Center, Associate Director Jill, Leon, Alex, Kieran, and even our ICA staff, because, you know, I mean, once you come to work at ICA, you fall in line with the theater department, and yes, they are actually actors and actresses, the staff of the Institute. And also we want to big up, what's his name? Does he have a name? This one have a name?
Oh, no, this one don't have no name yet.
There used to be one that had a name.
You don't have no name
yet.
Ratty.
Yeah.
Bite hat.
Yeah.
Kim, Ozzy, thank you both so much for joining us this morning. The final exit at the Bliss is this Sunday. Tickets go up for $5. You don't want to miss this wonderful theatric experience.
You could buy your tickets ahead.
Buy your tickets ahead. Get there on time. Get there in a group. It sounds like a fun affair. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
It's not real. Our producer is asking if the guts are real.
It's real.
So it's 100% human gut with real blood. With chicken. Chicken foot.
You try pass it off as not real, but it's actually real.
It's actually real. He ate it. You
don't
saw
want to
it,
be
right?
charged for a crime.
With that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation with our Halloween countdown with the Social Lounge. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your social security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select the reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a social security number, click Link My SSN to link your social security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a social security number, click Register with SSB. You're now ready to truly experience social security at your fingertips.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
My name is Hermine Vega. El Patio Grill has been using Belize Bank for over 25 years. We only use Belize Bank at our restaurant. That's why we were able to win this trip to Europe. I had never been to Europe. We found out it was Madrid and we were excited and we went to this football match. The teams reached before the game and everybody was just outside, you know. You can't explain, the noise just roared like 3 blocks down the street, but when you got in there and you saw 70,000 people in there, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it was happening. I had to pinch myself to make sure it was real, you know, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd say. My lucky plus one was my son. He's 18 years old, so he was really excited and he enjoyed it as well. He said it's his best trip ever, so it's a priceless experience that we got. Belize Bank has always been there for me. Whatever transactions or whatever I need to do, they're always there for me. I would recommend everybody to use Belize Bank. It's the oldest bank in our country and they continue to do their best.
Are you a dynamic and charismatic personality with a passion for storytelling? Do you have a unique voice that captivates audiences and a talent for bringing stories to life? We are looking for fresh faces who are energetic, engaging, and natural in front of the camera or microphone. If you are passionate about acting or voice work, we want to see what you've got. To register, email producer@channel5belize.com or call 670-6068.
Open Your Eyes, joining us for our second conversation and sticking to the theme of chills and tricks and treats of Halloween. We have with us this morning Tasia Flowers, and she's the content and creative director at the Social Lounge. You're here to tell us about the countdown to Halloween. Good morning, Tasia.
Good morning.
What's happening over at Social Lounge?
Well, next weekend we have Halloween Weekend.
Okay.
So we have Halloween Weekend. So we have a 3-day party, basically. On Thursday, we have costumes and cocktails. So you come in your costume on the 31st, and we have $10 cocktails. We have over 50 cocktails, actually. And we have $10 shots and $5 sangrias. So you can come to Social Lounge, you can have a good time. And then on Friday is our Gods Have Returned party. That's the big party. And Social Lounge always does Halloween big.
Yeah.
So that party is a Greek gods and goddess team. There's a $30 entrance fee
for that,
but you can come to Social. It's a safe environment. There's basically no problems there.
Yeah.
It's a night full of festivities. And on the 2nd, we have this party called Fiesta de los Muertos because it's the Day of the Dead. So that's an all black attire and it's $35 for all margaritas, micheladas, beers. And we have tapas available until 3 a.m. Our kitchen is open until 3 a.m. every night.
So
not every night.
That says $35 unlimited drink.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So between that time, you pay $35 and you can have unlimited margaritas, micheladas, and beers. Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
Between what hours again?
I think it's...
Yeah, we could put back
go back to the other flyer.
Yeah, and then we'll continue the
with
conversation.
The margaritas, micheladas, and beers for $30.
Dia de los Muertos.
Dios de los Muertos. So this is the one for the 31st. This is the Halloween party.
All right, so let's start here then. So this is the first party.
Yes.
The 31st of October from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Well, the special is from 4 till 12. We close at 2.
Okay,
on
close
Thursdays,
at 2.
yes.
It's a Thursday, because this is a Thursday.
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
So the specials we're looking at
is $10 cocktails. All cocktails on the menu.
You have 50 plus cocktails.
Yes.
You have a $10 for blowjobs.
And
what are blowjobs?
It's a shot.
It's a shot.
Okay, it's a shot.
Yeah.
Forgive my ignorance.
It's okay.
And then you have $5 for sangria.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So then talk a bit about the price for costumes. What are we looking for?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about that and sat down and talked with the team, but there's gonna be big prizes.
It's a competition, so persons with what do you have categories?
You have categories. You have best female, best male, best group.
Okay.
Scariest.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
So for the Thursday, which is actually the day of Halloween,
yes.
right? So it makes sense. What time do you start to accept visitors or those who attend?
We open at 4 p.m.
Open at 4.
Right.
Now people at work.
Right. No, but you can come to Social Lounge. You can have a little happy hour there. You can do that.
Yeah. You could probably go to work in your costume and costume.
Right, and then go straight there.
Aren't we doing that?
On Thursday?
Yeah, coming to work in our costume.
Yeah, and then perhaps we could head over to Social Lounge.
Yes, come to Social Lounge. Of course.
And so the promotions for Thursday are from 4 to 12.
Yes.
Though you open up until 2.
Right.
All right. Then any special music or DJs will be in on Thursday?
Thursday we have DJ Dennis.
Thursday you have DJ Dennis.
Yes, and then on Friday we have DJ Clarks and DJ Smurf. And then on this Saturday we have DJ Johnny.
All right, good. So that's the Thursday, but it's not done there yet because you also mentioned Friday.
Yes.
Friday, which one is the Friday?
The Gods Have Returned.
The Gods Have Returned. Why did that team come up? In what conversation?
Well, in the office, we were just troubleshooting ideas, and we said it would be amazing to do a Greek gods and goddesses team, and you can dress up, and the place is going to be decorated beautifully, and you could take great pictures and have a good time.
So so you're going to prepare the inside of Social Lounge to represent
look like ancient Greece?
Yes.
Something like that? Wow. And you're expecting that patrons dress in a costume?
Everybody's so excited.
They're gods of choice?
Yes.
Okay.
What would be your god of choice?
My god of choice?
To dress up as?
Is Hercules a god of the god? No?
Yeah, he's a demigod. He counts.
Okay, good. So then I'll probably go with Hercules.
Okay, cool.
You?
Medusa.
I could see you pulling that one off.
Yeah, I have the curls.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so what's happening on that night?
Yeah.
What are some of the...
Well, Social Lounge, when you go there, you expect a great vibe, The music is always good. There's over 50 cocktails, like I said.
Again, yeah.
So you could try multiple cocktails.
So what's the promotion?
Do we have promotions for that night?
No, not for that night.
Okay.
It's gonna be a night full of festivities.
And the entrance fee again is
$30.
$30 for this night.
Yes.
Do we have a costume competition for this night as well?
No. But should we?
Yeah,
You should have a
perhaps
costume
we should
competition for all the nights.
Listen, if people are going to step out, I'm sure, and they're gonna want to put on their best looks.
Right. Look at how elegant that looks. Like if I walk in with like robes and stuff, yes, this is the one you wanted.
All right, yeah. So this is the third night. This is Saturday, November 2nd. Now I have to understand a bit more about that $35 unlimited drink because you're going for 9, 10, 3 hours.
Right. That's okay.
Yeah.
So at social, we're trying to get people in earlier. You know, so we'll do the promotions to have you there so you can get the party started, and then you want to stay there. So that's why we offer that promotion at that time from 8 till 11.
Yeah. So can we go back to that flyer? One more time, please.
So it's all
yes,
black.
correct. So, so 35. So you pay 35 when you get in.
Yes.
Basically, for 3 hours, you could drink. This makes up for the night before we didn't have any drinks promotion. I'll tell you that.
So you could come to all 3 days.
Yeah, you could come to all 3 days. Right? You have people out there that really enjoy the Halloween celebration.
I agree.
And they're thinking, why do I only have to wear one costume?
Exactly.
At one event?
I have friends that are like, oh, I have like 3 costumes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna come.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So where can I go and wear all 3 costumes at different times? Social lounge, right?
I'm wearing a costume right now.
Yeah, see, there you go. Well,
right after this.
Yeah, you're probably not going to win a prize for that, but yeah, that's another conversation.
Anyways, so so is there going to be like a competition for all 3 nights, or is it just a one costume party?
Well, I'm thinking we should do one for the Gods and Goddess team.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it will definitely be the Thursday and more than likely the Friday now.
So Halloween weekend, starting from the 31st and ending on the 2nd of November. What else can viewers look forward to when they come to Social Lounge on any of the 3 days?
Well, honestly, just the ambiance. It's great. It's always a fun time at Social. It's very safe. We don't really have problems there. It's very secure. So if you want to come and have good, clean fun, it's gonna be a weekend full of festivities. Just come out and support.
Let's talk a bit about the food, and those selections on the menu that get out of the kitchen a lot because of high demand.
The sliders. The chicken sliders.
Have you had sliders from them?
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then our kitchen opens until 3. So, you know, like when you're partying and you get hungry.
I really like that because you have some places where the kitchen closes at 10 and 12 and then they continue.
We close at 3.
And then you forgot our Bridgefoot.
Sure, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not from Bliss City, yeah, I'll forgive you. Yeah, so the sliders, they're a great choice for party people.
Yes, I think so. The jalapeno poppers, the chicken dip. The chicken dip is really good. We have boar house wraps. We have pizzas. We have.
So it's not just bar. It's not just bar food. It's an elaborate menu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it intentional to stay open until 3 so that your guests can also have food while they're partying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we close at 4 on the weekends. Friday and Saturday we close at 4. So you're there late. By the time you leave there, it's like, oh, where will I get food? So we close our kitchens at 3. Yeah,
and I would imagine you have a last call before the kitchen is closed. Yeah, so that people know, all right, if I want to order anything before I go home, this is the last time I get to do it.
Yes.
So the food is great.
The food is great. We have people that just call and say, oh, I'm going to order some food and pick it up. Like, people do that.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Now,
I do that.
outside of these events, you guys are open. How often are you open during the week?
We're open Wednesday to Saturday.
Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah, and we have a special on Wednesdays.
Tell me about
it. It's a $5 special. So food.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the jalapeno poppers, the sliders, the pizza, and chicken dip. So you would pay $5 and get a slider, and then you get like you pay $5 and you can basically build your own platter.
Wow, that's interesting.
So the sliders, the popper, and the chicken dip.
I like
and
that
the
for
pizza.
$5.
And the pizza.
Yeah, so you can build your own platter.
Yeah, I would drop a 20 and have every single
Right,
thing.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
In the evening.
Yeah, from 4
From 4.
until 12.
Okay.
Wow,
All right.
that's really cool.
And then the other days you're just open to take in customers.
Yeah, and we would recommend for you to like call us, reserve a table, so you have.
That's
like,
an option over there.
Yes, you call and reserve a table.
What about for this weekend? Can we do that too?
Please,
Yes.
please call and reserve so you can have like comfortable like space.
Oh, that's
And
what
where
reserving
can they
does.
where can they call?
You can call us at 614-9961.
Okay, to reserve your table, especially for Halloween weekend. If you're gonna go for all 3 nights, reserve a table for all 3 nights.
Yeah, we can just reserve our bed and done.
Right, just stay at Social Lounge.
Again?
But yes, one more time for our viewers as we wrap up this segment. What can they look forward to for the 3 nights of Halloween?
Yes.
Okay, so on Thursday it's costumes and cocktails. We have $10 cocktails. We have over 50 cocktails. We have $10 blowjob shots. And we have $5 sangria. That's on Thursday. And then the gods have returned. That's the big party. And Social Lounge goes big for Halloween every year. The entrance fee is $30 for that. It starts at 7 and we close at 4. So if you want to come early, you can come early. We accept everybody, right? And then on the Saturday, we have the Fiesta de los Muertos party. So we have the special going on, $35 for unlimited margaritas, micheladas, and beers from 8 till 11. So you guys should just come out and see.
Wow, all roads lead to Social Lounge for the Halloween weekend. Tasha, thank you so much for dropping by.
No problem, thank you.
And we are going to segue out of Halloween for a bit, and we're gonna be right back with the a night with cross country legends. You don't want to miss that conversation. We'll be right back.
Join us for a groundbreaking experience at the Belize International Women's Forum, a fair voyage towards gender equity in tourism. On November 9, 2024, women from across Central America and the Dominican Republic will gather for the 9th FOMICARD Women's Regional Forum and the first ever International Women's Forum and Expo in Belize. Get ready to learn from influential leaders, build lasting international connections, and empower yourself with actionable strategies, tools, and resources to champion gender equity. From panel discussions and insights at the Best Western Belize Biltmore Plaza to the dynamic Sip, Shot, and Strut International Women's Expo and Fashion Cultural Fete Night event at the House of Culture, this is your chance to connect, learn, and lead. Seats are limited and registration is free. Sign up today and secure your spot and be part of this transformative experience. Your fair voyage towards gender equity starts in Belize. Register now for the International Women's Forum, organized by NEMA Belize and the Federation of Organizations of Business Women of Central America and the Dominican Republic, FOMICARD.
My name is Hermine Vega. El Patio Grill has been using Belize Bank for over 25 years. We only use Belize Bank at our restaurant. That's why we were able to win this trip to Europe. I had never been to Europe. We found out it was Madrid and we were excited and we went to this football match. The teams reached before the game and everybody was just outside, you know. You can't explain, the noise just roared like 3 blocks down the street, but when you got in there and you saw 70,000 people in there, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it was happening. I had to pinch myself to make sure it was real, you know, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd say. My lucky +1 was my son. He's 18 years old, so he was really excited and he enjoyed it as well. He said this is his best trip ever, so it's a priceless experience that we got. Belize Bank has always been there for me. Whatever transactions or whatever I need to do, they're always there for me. I would recommend everybody to use Belize Bank. It's the oldest bank in our country and they continue to do their best.
Oh, I wasn't having a bad day. I just needed...
It's here! The biggest sale of the year. Get ready to find your happy place at Builders Hardware with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Whether you're a professional contractor or a DIY enthusiast sprucing up your home, we got unbeatable prices that will put a big smile on your face. Now is the perfect time to give your wall a fresh look. Get 20% off paint and a whopping 25% off paint supplies. But wait, there's more. From our stylish light fixtures to fans and AC, we got everything you need to elevate your space. Now at 25% off. And for the finishing touch, check out our wide selection of tiles, where you will surely find the tile to match your style, all at 25% off. Plus, with 30 to 50% off selected items, you will find what you need at a price that will surely make your pocket smile. We also sell sand and gravel, blocks, roofing, and so much more. Yes, you can get all your materials from construction start to finish right here at Builders Hardware. Don't miss out on our happy deals. Tell your friends, tell your family. Come visit us, save big with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Builders Hardware in Belmopan. This is your happy place.
We think our customers are awesome!
Welcome back. This is our third conversation for this morning, and it's all about a night with the legends. We're talking about cross-country legends, and we have none other than Mr. Fitzgerald Joseph, who's the organizer of this event, joining us on set. He's no stranger to media, to television.
No.
In the cycling world, he's a huge voice, and he's also a huge face. And so it's a pleasure to have you on set with us, Mr. Joseph.
Thanks. Good morning.
Good morning.
Open eyes, and thanks to be having me today.
All right, so let's talk a bit about this idea. The moment I heard it, that an event like this is happening, I got excited. It's never been done before.
Never been done, and cycling started in Belize some 97 years ago, 1928 to be exact, and so 2028 we'll have 100 years of cycling, and it is a brainchild, of course, of Oswald Bowman, who resides out in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm just partnered with him with the other organizations as well to honor our great cyclists. SEC, as he's affectionately known, came up with the idea that a lot of older cyclists are passing and we don't get to honor them and stuff, and so it is with that we came up with the idea that we want to really honor our great cyclists.
For almost 100 years, we have not paid this type of homage to our cycling. That's because Belize is a cycling country.
Yes.
We love this sport. So for this particular event, is it a fundraising event? Is it just an event to honor our legends? Is it an award ceremony?
I think it captivates all. Yeah, because what we're going to do with the event is set for the 4th of January 2025, Saturday,
nice.
And it's going to be at the Princess Hotel.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Yeah. And so the tickets are on sale as we speak at $75 per person, and any proceeds from that as well, we're also looking for sponsors as well. We'll also go to, we want to start a program where we try to help our younger cyclists as well. Sometimes they're in a predicament, sometimes, but bicycle is very expensive, one of the most expensive sports, I believe. You can play basketball and buy a gym shoe and a basketball and you're set for playing. But bicycle parts and bicycle are expensive, and the equipment, so we're going to try to help the younger riders. Sometimes they need maybe a sprocket or something, a chain or something on the bike, and sometimes they can't afford it. We're going to use that funds as well to help out as well. But the main on the menu will be that $75 will also get not to get you only entrance, but also We'll get you food, drinks,
Oh,
and
nice.
as well we're going to got some great surprises and prizes as well in electronic stuff and stuff. So it's going to be a great night. It promises to be a great night, and we really like to honor our cyclists. I think we are coming from 1955, 1960 up to 1990.
1955, 1960. So that would be how many years?
That would be close to 25, 30 years. We're going to bring that back.
Here we have our old footage, 1993. You know who won 1993? Because me can't remember.
That was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was close.
Were you, no, you were like 1 year old.
Yeah, I'm like 2. So that's one of the old footage.
Yeah.
Wow.
On the screen, okay.
That's Mr. Parks.
Who?
That's Parks, Mr. Parks.
Mr. Is he no, he wasn't cycling.
He was cycling, but he was one of the great cousin of the great Alfred Parks. That is great legendary Charlie Lewis now.
Charlie Lewis right there?
Yeah, that's his legend now.
Okay.
That's legend as well.
You see, this is what I like about you, man. You could,
he can tell just by the face.
I
or
really
by,
have people like.
Yes.
Well, I was one at that time.
Why do you think there isn't great knowledge among Belizeans about who these legends are?
And I must give props to Sek and his sister. The Bowman family, you may know. See, I just passed there.
Now you just passed there?
Yeah. So the Bowman family are great cycling family. Stan Bowman, Mark Bowman, Sek Bowman, Oswald, sister Carol, and all of them they're into cycling from way back. So my father won in 1949. My father's a cross-country champion as well, and he's the godfather of Mark Bowman. So we're close in it. But to say the least, cycling has evolved from so far. I don't think no other sports in Belize have evolved from where cycling came from. We came from farther than most sports. Basketball, football came a bit late after cycling, and so we just need to. We had to do this because we will have to honor our cyclists as well, because they have done so many things. They have excited the fan and stuff. So we are only going for a certain year for this year, and then next year we go maybe from 91 go forward and we go forward.
So it's just for
this year from 1955
with 60 thereabouts to 90.
90,
Yeah.
and we're talking. Only winners or people who
we have people who came close. You have people who represented the country and stuff, and people who are stalwart cyclists, because as you watch the NBA and stuff, a lot of guys didn't win the championship, but they're great.
Impacted the game significantly.
And they are also inducted into the Hall of Fame in the US too. So that's what we are doing as well. And we want eventually to get a log that we have honored these cyclists and stuff.
I want a plaque like what Queen of the Bay have.
Yeah.
You know, the plaques with the legends and the past queens and so forth. That is something that
I think
where we could remember the names.
I think that's what Oswald is looking at as well, to have something big where we can look and say that he was inducted. Let me just quickly, the NOC, which is the National Olympic Committee, did it, I think, a couple of years, because my father was inducted into the Cycling Hall of Fame, but they died off, and that was 1985. I remember that my father was inducted in 1985. And he wasn't there, so I, as son, had to accept his award. And so we are saying that we don't want to let people die out and us, and a lot of our legends are dying from us, and so we want them to be there. We want to honor them in front of their families and fans and loved ones.
I feel like Belizeans would support. That is something, I mean, when we see cross country and the fans out there, it's quite incredible.
Definitely.
And we want to, like you said, ensure that the cyclists are able to not just afford a bike, but to also be able to afford the repairs and the technical support.
Very expensive.
For you, what year did you begin to ride?
I began to ride in 1983.
83?
Yeah, I started.
And how have you seen cycling transform and develop?
It has. When I look at, because I'm still riding now, so
yeah, I know.
I'm still riding now, so it's fun for me.
What's different?
To know that I've been from 83 and 2024. Different has become with technology and science. The science of sports have grown a lot. Yeah, if we had this science back in those days, I would have been a much greater cyclist.
How do you see the love of the sport being passed down to the generations now?
I think we're doing you can say maybe I'll give maybe 60-65%. it's not fully, we're not fully there, but I believe that with these kind of initiative that SEC has on its mind, and I think we can get there, because we don't have the real love that we should have, but I think we are getting there. Each year we're getting better, and give it on. I was talking to Michael and Charlie a few weeks ago and told them we need to, as phenomena of the past, we need to help out our young guys as well.
Yeah.
We need to help them with knowledge, because we have a lot of knowledge in cycling. We need to help them out, and we need to show them where they're, because they make a lot of errors when they're young, and so we as older riders, we need to help out the best we can to depart our knowledge, rather than we just die and we didn't share our knowledge with anyone. So
what's the relationship like with some of the teams, with the sports councils, with the cross-country cycling organizations?
Well, the Cycling Federation of Belize is the body that is chartered to take cycling to the next level. National Sports Council is an umbrella that I guess we come under, a National Olympic Committee, NOC. They are the tripart body of cycling, but I don't think we have reached that level where everybody come together and really throwing hands and we are working together as one unit, and that is what has hindered cycling as well from going further. Because I'm telling you, 100 years, coming to 100 years cycling, I think we should have been further in cycling in the world.
In the world, important.
In the world.
We should have been. If you look at Africa. The guy from Eritrea, he just cycling evolved in Africa 1985.
Recently,
and he's already they're already at Tour de France.
Tour de France,
so correct. It shows that we haven't reached. We had
Well,
come
we have
together.
seen some of our young cyclists. They go abroad and they represent and so forth. We are making strides, but I believe you're right. There's a lot more that
100%.
Yeah.
And then you
we're
have,
making strides that we should have.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of these international riders now coming in to Belize, and to a great extent beating up our boys. Is that ever concerning to you?
No, that's great. That's
great. What makes you say that's great?
Competition is great.
Competition
If you don't get competition, you won't go anyway. So competition is great. You bring guys that are better than you, and they raise your level. And then you get good as well.
No, somebody else won.
The Honduran one.
The Honduran, right?
Yeah.
Where he did one race in Honduras right before he came to do the cross country in Belize, and he's just still come to his thing. Win,
this is where the science is coming, like she's talking about, that we used to believe that if you race a week before cross country, you weren't going to be strong. But the Honduran has shown that he won a big race in Honduras right before he came.
And I saw that every day after he was still riding around the country.
See, I saw him on a bridge taking a bath.
All the way down Hummingbird.
Hummingbird, he was on the bridge.
And that now a highway
So definitely.
But that's the science of cycling that we are just venturing into now. The technology and the science of cycling to the extent where we learn from them. I mean, in my time, we didn't have Google. So, but Google is great. No, you can Google anything in cycling, and so that is there for them to learn as well.
As we discuss legends and as we think about honoring our legends, where do you hope to see cycling in the next half a century in Belize? Though
I might not be here.
Exactly. Right, but you still may have a vision.
I have a vision that maybe in the next 50 years we would have a Belizean cyclist riding in the Tour de France. That would be a feat that to the next on. I believe that other countries are doing it. The Caribbean is doing it. The South America is doing it. Central America is doing it. Have great guys in the tours or Tour d'Italia and stuff. So I believe that we have enough talent. We have enough talent in Belize that we can get them to that level. But it first starts at home, and we need to groom them properly so that when they go out, they're at a level where they can excel when they're going out. And she made a great comment. Some people Belizeans don't like when we lose the cross country to the foreign, when the Guatemalans beat us and stuff. But that's one of it. I mean, I told him when last ever Frenchman won the Tour de France, 1985.
Wow.
Was the last time, but not because you're going to say, I want to let anyone come do Tour de France. But that's the idea of how you get better. Because you bring guys that are better than you, and it raises your level so that when you're ready to go outside, you're ready. Imagine you're here, right here. Imagine you are left in primary school. I know I'm 58 and 7 is 6. That's where that's like you need to go to college and you go to university and go further.
One of the challenges I see with young cyclists is that there's an interest. A lot of youths from what we class as Southside Belize City seems to be taking up a huge interest in cycling, but it's a costly sport.
Costly sport, that's
and
the
so to even think about where I'll get a bike when the first thing is how I pay school fees or how I will eat later, you know, then dreams are crushed early.
Yeah, early.
What can we do? And I know this initiative is also helping to do that.
Exactly, and that's a brainchild of SEC, of as well to try to let us try to help out where we can. We have some people through Ordonis Bike Shop as well that see talent and basically send bike and parts to Ordonis. And then we just distribute as we see it fit to the guys. Because you can see in cycling, you can see the talent. You can see from early. You can tell the guy 12 going to run and the way he's pedaling, you can know he's going to be great. And you can point them out and eventually they bloom into great riders as well. But that's the idea for us to have a fund, maybe a trust fund where we can, people can just donate money knowing that it's in good hands and it won't be squandered away, and we just try to help the younger riders, because cycling is a young sport as well. I mean, I am gone now and the older riders, we are gone, but we need to try to help the young kids to come up and be their best. We won't give in some of the opportunity that maybe as adults we can now give them.
And that's why I want to go back to this this particular gala event that you're having, because I would wonder how many of these young boys know about these legends.
And that's what we spoke about at Lensby and Sec. I mean, when I call a name, like I call Edward Miguel or Janito Miguel, I mean, those are riders that the Miguel brothers have won close to 12 cross country between 4 of them.
What?
How you do sports Monday? You know who that is?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so we have some legends. So some of them are still alive. So we are trying to get them to come to this gala.
Are they still alive?
Yeah, some of them are. Janito Miguel live in California. Rudy Miguel, 2 Miguel brothers are still alive in California. We have also in California this legend from Esperanza. He was a great rider, Tank Hutchison.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's in California as well.
He's in California as well.
So we would try our best. We are trying to get them to come down as well to this award.
Give me a couple other names of people that we recognize that are still alive.
We have the legendary, we have Trixie King right here, Eugene King. He didn't win any cross country, but I mean, he's a legend.
What's his name?
Eugene King, but
Eugene Trix, but I can't
Trixie King because he was very tricky. I wrote it him as well, so he would right up to when I started, and he tricked a lot of us too, man. So he got his name, Trixie King, and we have a legend still alive. I spoke to him yesterday, right here, name Kenrick Halliday. He won 4 cross country. He's still alive as well.
Wow.
I interviewed somebody else telling me
Big Mike.
Big Mike,
Michael Lewis.
Yeah, he was impactful.
Yeah, but he's my era. Me, Michael Charlie, we came out that age 84. That's my era.
Yeah.
And so Michael Charlie and myself.
These guys that you're mentioning there, those legends, these legends, they were a big deal in their time.
Yes, Big Mike, Michael, Charlie, Michael, myself.
Miguel.
Well, Miguel came after us. We were the 80s. So 81 to 90, Michael Charlie and myself, we dominated cycling in that era.
Well, we're looking at names like from, you said 1955 to 1990.
Like I said, the Hutchison, Kenny Kennedy, Alfred Parks, even though they have passed, we will still honor them as well. Alfred Parks was a great rider as well. Vincent Smith just passed. Vincent Smith was a terror in cycling. He passed as well. Glenn Garden passed as well. So they're passing, and they later passing from us. Alfred Parks, Vincent, both of them just passed maybe 2-3 years ago. And so that's the reason
without any sort of honor or recognition.
And so we want to do this before they pass.
So we need to do it before others can pass on us.
So how can persons start to begin to purchase tickets for this
I think
event?
the tickets are already out. I'm going to speak to Oswald today, but myself and David Yerwood as well, who we have a cycling podcast as well. So take up a podcast in New York as well, bike chat.
And you guys' ones are As the Wheel Turns?
No, that's Andrew Donis have one as well. Andrew, mine is the Wheel Talk.
The wheel talk.
The real.
Oh, the real talk.
The real
I
talk.
thought he said the wheel
talk.
talk.
That's so
the
good.
real talk. And my podcast basically is not only cycling, we do general things that affect our country as well, but we speak a lot of cycling in that as well. And so you can contact us as well, or Donis Bike Shop, myself, and Oswald Bowman out in Brooklyn as well. The tickets should be on sale shortly because the event is the 4th of January 2025 at Princess Queen's Room, I believe it is.
Is it like a limited of how many persons?
I don't
can
think
come?
I told Sec the Queen's Room is a big room.
It's a big room.
So we should be able to have enough people.
This would be right after the New Year's
Right after
Classic,
the New Year's.
yeah.
So buy it before, so you can't say MAGA season and you can't say Christmas, because the tickets are out already.
It's a good Christmas
right?
gift too,
It's a
right?
good
For
Christmas
cycling.
I like to
fans.
encourage people to contribute and to buy a ticket and to come out and let us see our legends and let us also honor them as well in the presence of everyone, because not everyone remember Kenny Kali. I was young coming out. My father used to coach Kenrick as well, and so Kenny Kali was like my hero.
Well, I hope that you come back right before
Yes, I'm sure we can. I'm sure.
the event
Yeah, and
starts, so that you can remind folks
yes, and I think Sec will be done in time too, so we can
Yes.
come and we can just say everything that is happening and stuff.
And also send us our invite.
Yes,
Yes,
please,
man.
we would love to
because-
attend.
yes, we want definitely me the host to be there as well. Definitely.
Yes,
A
excellent.
night with the
Legend.
cross-country
Legends.
legends.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
this
for coming
morning.
out as well.
I'm
Thanks.
pretty sure our Belizeans will be happy to attend this event.
Yes, thanks.
All right, we are going to headway to more Halloween conversations. If you haven't gotten your pumpkin yet, do you carve pumpkins? Do you carve
Belizeans
pumpkins?
carve pumpkin.
I
eat
carve a
pumpkin.
grapefruit one
I'll
time.
carve
I
no
don't know if
pumpkin.
that may count. But yes, if you would like to get some pumpkins for carving or just for decorating your house for this Halloween season, we have a clip here to show you where you can get them and a lot more. Here's that clip now.
To pumpkin soup, Belizeans have found plenty of delicious ways to enjoy pumpkins. But there's one tradition that hasn't quite taken off yet: Halloween pumpkin carving.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
While it's a big deal in other parts of the world, it's tough to do here since the special pumpkins used for carving aren't typically grown locally. That's why the owners of Caesar's Fruit and Vegetable Shop have made it their mission to import these pumpkins every year. Victor Perez, one of the shop's vendors, shares how this all started.
I was a kid and I fascinated with Halloween. That's like my favorite year of the month of the year. And then I had my other sister that pitched the idea to my mom that we should bring in pumpkins, you know, for all the cater to all the young and everyone who likes the Halloween season. And that's basically how it came about.
When Perez and his family started importing the pumpkins in 2014, it was only 10 per season. But as they have expanded their business, they now import up to 35, which are available for pre-order. One of the biggest challenges with importing the fruit is the effects of Belize's weather.
Our main challenge is our climate, because these pumpkins, whenever they hit in our country, the heat just tends like the shelf life, it starts to run. So like 15 to 20 days would be the most a pumpkin could last in Belize before it starts to rot.
In addition to the climate, one of the challenges Perez faces is the growing cost of the fruit. Since he began, the cost has increased annually.
We're gonna get a small amount because the reason is that the price went up. Like every year it's going up, but just last year we took it hard because they increased each pumpkin between $10 to $15 depending on the size. You see, if it's the small, the medium, or the large, then it would be $10 to $15. And then again, the reason why we're getting less is because it's too hot. And then last year we had to throw away I think 6 pumpkins.
For those unable to get their hands on the limited supply of imported pumpkins, Raylene Tejeda, a vendor at the Michael Finnegan Market, says her pumpkins are perfect for carving and eating.
You use them to make pies. You can make jam out of them. And you carve them for Halloween.
Tejeda explains that the large orange pumpkins are too expensive for her to acquire,
but details how her pumpkins can be used in a very similar way.
What type of pumpkin would be best out of these ones to do something like the carving? If you could pick one.
Like the long ones, them were long like this. You could carve out the eyes and the mouth. Then you carve inside the nose and the thing there. Yeah. Then you put inside of them from the bottom. You dig out the inside, and from the bottom you put light inside of it, and then it look beautiful.
Tejeda has noticed a slight uptick in pumpkin sales every October as people flock to the stalls in search of the biggest ones. Even though Halloween isn't a traditional holiday in Belize, Paris believes it has a place here because it brings the community together for some fun. He hopes that Belize will create safe spaces for kids to dress up and carve pumpkins just like he did when he was a child.
There's a plenty of space for it. I just like I mentioned, I feel like the Halloween spirit in Belize, it's dying. It's not like before. Like, you know, back in the day, children can go trick-or-treating, no problems, but now it's different because there's a lot of robbery. Like the guys ride on their bikes and they just look for their prey and they thief their sweets.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Are you a dynamic and charismatic personality with a passion for storytelling? Do you have a unique voice that captivates audiences and a talent for bringing stories to life? We are looking for fresh faces who are energetic, engaging, and natural in front of the camera or microphone. If you are passionate about acting or voice work, we want to see what you've got. To register, email producer at channel5belize.com or call 670-6068.
Lain ka ba Elmer Show? Ay yun jik ahelan sa Ecopal Tree Lodge. Keronik ahelan ay lain sa Ecopal, kakwi bartending, kakwi an keronik mano lain. Lain ni usara Belize Bank mobile app. Hanak na usara uta hana ATM, uting card. Araw kay balbas changkiron siya usara ut kolore na notification chira phone na mensajes. Araw ta na kolore, ta kala harup chitumin siya usara. Ut araw ta naw nak sa chabilo kong gatumin.
They'll name you 100 reasons to step back. But when you achieve your goal, they will follow you. Gorilla, make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Remember, not all light bulbs are created equal. Our lighting department offers a wide assortment of light fixtures and accessories to suit your style. So stop in today and get the right illumination for your homecation. And don't forget your B-Box when you make a purchase. Benny's, quality and savings.
Are you a dynamic and charismatic personality with a passion for storytelling? Do you have a unique voice that captivates audiences and a talent for bringing stories to life? We are looking for fresh faces who are energetic, engaging, and natural in front of the camera or microphone. If you are passionate about acting or voice work, we want to see what you've got. To register, email producer at channel5belize.com or call 670-6068.
Welcome back. Joining us for our fourth and final conversation. Paul, it's all about get costume ready with Hush Rooftop.
Yeah.
Joining us to talk to us about this event is none other than DJ Selika. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. All right, let's jump right into the event and all of its detail. Get costume ready.
Costume ready. It's a Halloween party. It's tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah,
oh, it started early?
Yeah. Starting at 9 p.m.
Mm.
If you come in costume, you pay $10 for entrance.
Wow. Okay.
And without costume, it's $15 entrance.
50, not bad though.
So, but what classifies as a costume
Yes,
though?
correct.
I mean, not how pour up on your face. That's not a costume, right?
You sure?
It has to be something like a full dress.
Like a full.
Oh, because what
put
if
on a mask or something. You know?
Okay, but I feel like a costume is not looking like yourself. So if I put enough stuff for make I not look like myself, isn't that a costume?
I mean, baby, put on leave that thing for your face, that's a costume.
Yeah, correct.
Fine.
So yes, event tonight, get costume ready. Oh, because it's before Halloween.
Yes.
So is that why you have it, get costume ready?
Yeah. And do remember, all the Halloween parties happening this weekend.
Yes.
It's true. A lot of Halloween parties are happening this weekend. Now, at this event, you have any like promotions, any sort of activities?
Yes. Well, you ever heard about beer pong?
Like
beer pong?
Beer pong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you throw the ball in the cup, and then you get to drink the beer, whichever cups it lands in. I think they have never done that at an event before, and we're doing a beer drinking competition as well.
Wow.
And there gonna be any other contests? Like you just say it's a costume
Dance
party.
contest, costume.
Okay.
Whoever come in the scariest costume, of course.
Oh, so you're looking for scariest.
The scariest wins Halloween costume. It's a cash prize. All right. And
interesting.
Then,
also, we have photos by Miles Japan. So
very nice.
He will throughout the entire night. He will be taking some fantastic photos.
That's a famous photographer, infamous in some cases. That's another conversation.
Beside they have Delan. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now, Hush Rooftop. Tell me a bit about this venue. Where is it, and is it really new to the party scene here in Belize?
Not really. It's not pretty new.
Tell me.
Before Hush Rooftop and DK's launch, it was formerly known as Elements Nightclub.
Elements, up on the seaside.
Yeah, on the seaside.
Okay.
But now they have renovated the place for it to become a better venue. So they have catered to Latinos and Latinas. And I think that the venue have a lot of potential. So I'm pushing that venue for future.
Is this the first costume Halloween party?
Yes, this is the first.
Okay, so I guess we'll see what it's what on right? And I see you have some drink specials and food.
They sell food, and I guess France will do some drink special for the environment and everyone there.
Yeah, what's the time for events at Hush Rooftop? Like, I'm thinking I want to go out. When do you guys open? Like you said 9. What time do you go until?
Until 2 a.m.
So you go until 2 a.m. And the food, how long does the restaurant open?
I think until 12.
Restaurant open until 12. That's relatively when most restaurants at these places are open. Scariest costume, cash prize, right?
Cash prize.
What, you might reveal how much cash, or y'all keep that a secret for now?
We'll keep that as a secret for now.
But is it something that's attractive?
Yeah,
it's an attractive prize.
It's attractive prize.
Okay, so it's a good incentive to get people to really dress their best and dress their scariest. What do you think the judges will look for when it comes to scary? I mean, scary kind of defines itself. What do you think the judges will look for?
I mean, like, put some fake blood on you, you know, like, make it look like scary, make it unique, like, make it look real.
If you could go sleep the following day and still dream about it.
But
and then get frightened.
He makes some good points. It's unique.
Yes.
It looks real. And it's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and to me, scary if I think about it the following day. That's scary.
You ever watch the Ghostface movies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Scream.
It's very scary.
Scream is just scary because he killed people. And he not look scary.
And the clown.
Okay, no. See now you're If it's a clown, I'm not coming.
Right.
I'm not coming.
No. What's the general vibe like at Hush Rooftop? Because we could talk about the venue, we could talk about having an event, but what's the vibe like on a regular basis?
Well, the vibe at Hush, they go for a more pop Latin and more remixes, you know, like, but one thing I can say, they don't usually play like the dance like ghetto-ish, like
it's a good way to describe
So
it.
then, is this kind of like the music that we're looking forward to from you and from DJ Denny Hype? This
this is a nice scene for the music that you guys are looking forward to come.
Okay.
And enjoy the vibe, jump up with your hands in the
And
sky.
the thriller.
Yeah, thriller.
Yeah, you know thriller.
But then some.
See, you know what thriller?
No.
So it's a rooftop venue.
Yeah, it's a rooftop venue.
So it's open?
Does that add to the environment?
Yes.
Yeah. What does it add to the environment? It's more outdoorsy type of
more
vibes.
outdoor. It's open up. The doors are open up. So there's a lot of breeze
from the sea,
from
especially.
the sea.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. What about security?
Lights, security is there.
It's always a concern.
Yeah, there is police, enough police, like I think about five police is there. So security is good. I will not say the how you can say, like, they look on certain people and know that. So they wouldn't let up a certain type of person.
Yeah, and the police would naturally know who's a troublemaker and who may be out to cause trouble instead of me to have fun, and it's in their best interest to keep those people away to an extent, because it makes their work easier as well to do something like that.
Are you going to be checking for IDs and so forth while people come in? You have
that's the usual case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So $10 with costume.
$10 with
$15 with
$15 without costume.
Yeah, perhaps it's the cheapest Halloween party.
It is, and you
in the city.
Because most of the Halloween parties like $20 or $30, you know.
They're checking for IDs, yes. So if you're 16, you can't get in.
No, if you're 16, nerd drink.
Nerd drink, right? So because it's an adult event. So again, it starts at 9, ends at 2.
Ends at 2.
Looking forward to the costume contest, drinks, food,
food,
different
competition.
I feel like beer pong and beer drinking competition is strictly for men, though. What you have for the ladies?
Then drink special for the ladies.
All right, they got the cherries, right? You ever see ladies tie their tongue with the cherries? Yeah.
That's a competition, really?
Yeah. Who can tie it the fastest?
Yeah.
That's not upon the flyer.
I've seen they have done it before, so.
Okay.
You just brought up an idea for him. That's why it's not on the flyer.
Oh, okay, great. I would like my commission afterwards. All right. So one more time, just for our viewers, where is Hush Rooftop?
I would say it's between Mode's Pizza and Golden Bay.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That's a good description, though.
Okay.
Yeah. If you drive from Moe's to Golden Bay and you reach Golden Bay, you reach the far.
Okay, so you have to go
back.
But
you can't miss it because it's right there. And the good thing is the rooftop name speaks for itself. You look for a rooftop, and you'll find.
And you will see all the lights and.
Right. Okay. So
aside from this venue, aside from this event, is there anything else coming up at Hush that we can look forward to in the coming weeks or so?
Not exactly at Hush. Well, aside from this event,
tell me.
Tonight I will be at Hush, and then tomorrow night I'm gonna be inside Shisha for Clark's and Smurf birthday.
Yeah, that's a big event coming up. Yeah.
Wow.
And then after tomorrow night, that Saturday, there is my birthday event for a new venue that's opening. They're changing location for Rustic Corner.
Rustic?
Yeah.
It's changing location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
so
remember they used to be at Ladyville.
Ladyville in Vista
Now
Warriors.
they moved down in Belize City beside Luca. That's where our bar is.
So where are they now in Belize City? What? Because Luca, I don't see any new.
There's a building beside
yes,
Luca.
there is a building beside.
No?
There always has been a building.
There's always.
Right beside it?
Yeah.
You talk about when they got all day festivities
No.
the next side?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to.
You just go around. But
you're going to be at that event for your birthday party?
Yeah, that's November 2nd.
That's November. So that's next weekend,
next
Saturday.
Weekend. But this Saturday, I'm going to be inside Shisha
Yes,
for Clarkson's.
correct.
And then tonight, it's Hush Rooftop.
And tonight,
so, you have a busy weekend, busy week ahead. But anything else you'd like to tell our viewers as we wrap up our segment this morning?
Just come in your scariest costume for tonight. We're looking forward for everyone to reach out. Remember, it's $10 with costume and $15 without costume.
There's going to be a lot of things to do. So thank you so much for dropping by, having this conversation. A lot of people do Halloween things this weekend and next weekend. So we're going to be talking all about that in the days to come. And thank you to all of our guests for dropping by, having those wonderful conversations for our Fun Friday this morning. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in and starting your morning right here with us on Open Your Eyes. If it is your birthday today, what date is it?
25th.
25th. Happy birthday to you. We hope you have a good one from all of us here at OYE and Channel 5. And if you have a birthday shout out or just a question or a comment, drop us a line right here at OYE@channel5beliefs.com.
And of course, you can catch us on Facebook on Monday, every single weekday, but on Monday, we come back live on Facebook at Open Your Eyes PC.
And check out our highlights on Instagram at OYE Belize. And as Paul said, do us a favor and join us again on Monday when you open your eyes.
And start your morning right.
Be sure to keep your eyes, your minds,
and your heart open.
Heart open. We'll see you soon, Belize. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Bye.
Peace out.
Brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, and the Belize Bank, our country, your bank.